Hello everybody, welcome to Apex Racing TV, iRacing Live and Jinx TV, and welcome to the 4th race meeting of the iRacing MSA British Sim Racers Formula Renault Series in association with the Apex Racing League. We're here at Laguna Seca, 3.6 kilometre circuit, 11 corners, and definitely the toughest test for these 36 plus drivers that are going to be taking part in the 4 races that we've got today. Hello everybody, Adam Buff here with iRacing World Championship driver Alex Simpson. And Alex, we started off the season at Sebring, relatively flat circuit there, then we went to Zolder in Belgium, tight twisty, Silverstone, and now we arrive at Laguna Seca for what should be 4 brilliant races.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have a bit of a treat tonight. Very difficult to overtake around here, but the racing always quite close and fiercely contested. So I think, I think we're going to have a really close grid, short track. The reverse grid races are going to be very, very tricky. We might see some carnage again because of obviously the difficulty to get pi, so people will be a little bit frustrated and maybe go for moves that we wouldn't normally see.
This Formula Renault Championship, plenty of stuff for the drivers to contest over, and of course the showdown, the final race meeting of the showdown will be held at the Sim Race Expo in at the Nürburgring later in the year, Alex, so plenty for these drivers to look forward to.
Yep, looking awesome for the season. Like you say, lots to contend for as well. So we've got what looks like a prize pool, including hardware and bits and bobs out there as well, and $20,000 in cash. So, but we've got obviously so the Precision Sim Engineering GP1 rim, so retailing at about £2,800. They've been nice enough to send one of those over to us to be able to give away. So Leo Bodner put up a sim steering, the latest one now as well, the V2 steering wheel. We've got some sequential shifters from Quaif and ProSim, so as well as some sim days and some GT Omega cockpits. There's all sorts of goodies that are up for grabs as well. And it's worth pointing out though that anybody who jumps in as a privateer, they've got a chance of winning those hardware prizes as well, because that's done on a prize draw basis. So every point you score in the championship will get you one raffle ticket. You can score 400 points if you're lucky in one night's worth of racing. So that's 400 entries, and all you have to do is race for 1 week, and you've got a chance to win all that.
That really, we can't race in it, or maybe we'll be allowed to have a go in the car.
I was about to say we need to book some days so we can each have our own little raffle tickets in there. That's not understood, I'll tell you.
But then we'll be presenting the award to ourselves if
naturally, because we'd obviously rig it too.
Of course, yeah, we invented the Richard Gore button. I'm sure we can do the same for this. We'll look through the championship standings then, as we've just gone under a minute left to qualifying. David Baker for CQR Club leading the way. Quite remarkable, really, considering how dominant Apex Racing have been so far this season. Pashali Sturgis in second, Osterkamp in third, Martin van Luzenold also in third, so tie for third there. Benton is in 5th, Stephen Baxter 6th, Oscar Mangan 7th, Christian Rose in 8th, Godfrey in 9th, and David White rounding out the top 10. In the AM standings, it is Denton leading the way there for Faker Sim Sport Europe, with his teammate Stephen Baxter 9 points behind him in 2nd. Christian Rose in 3rd, John Godfrey 4th for the Apex Racing Academy, 5th David White, 6th Nathan Davis, in fact they're joint 5th actually, White and Davies, then 7th Josh Thompson, 8th Kip Stevens, 9th Kevin Balthazar, and 10th Jos Honig. Then in the team standings after 12 races, Apex Racing UK, there you go, 205 points ahead of Faker Sim Sport Europe. CQR Club, the only other team to get a win this season, in 3rd. Apex Racing Academy 4th, ProSim 5th, Team Mad 6th, Vector Sim Sport Group in 7th, 8th Blue Flag Racing, 9th Radicals Online ProSim, and Virtual Drivers in 10th with Creative Racing in 11th.
Yeah, I definitely want to see some more teams formed up out there as well. A lot of privateers out there, and right now there's not too many teams, so all those privateers, why don't you get together? You know, sort a team out together as well, getting the entries. There's still plenty of time to get into that showdown as well. So, yeah, lots up for grabs in the team championship as well as the pro and the AM championships.
Yeah, so if you formed an AM team, then there's still plenty of time because there will be an AM Championship as well, an AM Showdown, and that was very close in the BSR TC Pro Series last season as well. Qualifying over, surprise, surprise, Martin van Loozenhoorn on pole position. Wish I had my stat sheet somewhere because I think he might have been on pole position literally every single race meeting bar Sebring, where he started second. However, that doesn't seem to be a good thing at the moment, Alex, because we're yet this season, after 12 races, to have a winner from pole position.
Yep, very true. We haven't had one, have we? So yeah, maybe Martin's going to put that right this week. Who knows?
Waiting for the session to advance, so we'll get down to the grid. Yeah, Martin van Loozenhoorn started second in the opening race meeting as Sebring, and he was able to get the win there. Will he be able to do it here, though, at a Laguna Seca? So running through the grid then for the first race of the day. Martin van Loozenhoorn starting on pole position, a good 4.5 a second ahead of Oscar Mangan in second. Jack Keevely third, Christian Rose fourth, fifth David Baker, sixth is Katalin Gra, seventh Prashali Jurgis, Tanguy Pedrozzoli in eighth, René Osterkamp ninth, and Josh Thompson running at the top 10. Jos Honig in 11th, 12th John McHutchinson, Michael Hall 13th, Matt Bunn 14th, James Nash in 15th, 16th Paul Denton, 17th Tom Depke, 18th Matthias Bonholtz, Stefan Hoog in 19th, and Mark Pickford in 20th. 21st for Ashley Blake Hood, Daniel McCauley 22nd, Stephen Baxter 23rd, Ralph Cullinan in 24th, George Ratchis 25th, Kip Stevens in 26th, Alan Mitchell 27th, 28th is Pierre Minier, and David White 29th, 30th Laura Bond. Chembola Bassi 31st, so he will have a back of the grid penalty. Well, he should have a back of the grid penalty anyway. Nathan Davies 32nd, and the cars that have got back of the grids for this race meeting: Pete Berryman, Antoine Higelin, Samuel Lebert, and John Godfrey. And now that is 1, 2, 4 of your cars, Alex, starting at the back there.
Yeah, naughty boys. Waiting for a few drivers to take to the grid, including our pole sitter.
I believe we're going out on Facebook Live tonight.
No.
No, we're not.
No, I haven't done that yet. Sorry. I was just talking about it. That was sort of saying we need to get doing that again.
There we go.
Maybe next week.
Under half a minute to go before we get the race underway. Of course, 4 races today. Make sure you can join us for all of them, plus the reverse grids for race 2, 3 and 4. And this is the opening race of the day, brought to you by Precision Sim Engineering. Now everyone's formed up. Now the revs will begin to rise. 36 Formula Renaults.
Green, green, green.
Race 1 of the day is underway. A jump start in the background. Van Loozenhoorn gets away well. So does second place Jack Keefley. And then it's Christian Rose third, Baker fourth, and then it's going to be side by side between him and Katalin Gra going into the first corner. The Andretti hairpin and Gra trying to go around the outside. The Academy car, the CQR car, Baker back up the inside, and then Jurgis through. And it looks like Katalin Gra may lose out to Tanguy Pedrozzoli as well. So a good jump away from the line, Alex, from Gra, but just losing it through the first hairpin.
Yeah, it looks like everybody's away pretty cleanly. Everybody checked up a lot going into the Andretti hairpin. And is that Jurgis there just having a look round the outside of...
That's Gra off. Yeah, he was getting passed all over the place, and now he's having to go on the defensive because who's that coming up the inside? It is a Jos Honig. Honig off. Gonna have to come back onto the track safely, and it's side by side now between Gra and that is James Nash going over the top of the hill into the corkscrew for the first time. Hard on the brakes. Just behind them, Michael Hall side by side with Sponholtz, and Sponholtz in that Braun GP liveried Formula Renault back through. So Michael Hall getting demoted back down to 13th place, and everyone's getting a gap behind Katalin Gra now, and Martin van Loozenhoorn, Alex, he's coming around to complete the first lap. 1.1 second lead.
Yeah, good start from him. He'll be happy with that, just to pull away. Apologies as well to everybody. Trading Paints has just updated all your liveries. Forgot that was on, so I'll get the paint pack in a second.
It looked like it was either Paul Denton or John McHutchinson that jumped the start. Just trying to work out which one it was. It was, I think it was McHutchinson, yeah. So drive-through penalty for him, and he'll be on his way again. And jump start, Alex, is it pretty easy thing to do?
Not
if you've got an automatic clutch,
yeah,
surely.
No, I mean, it's easy if you're not paying attention, I guess. That's what it boils down to, really.
There you go, some drivers focusing heavily on trying to get the best jump away from the line, and yeah, bad start there for John McCutcheon. He's now down in 34th place. Nice battle forming now between the CQR car. Oh, spin, car off. It's Christian Rose. Rose was in 3rd place at the time, but now he's down into 8th position, and the first of probably a few mistakes we'll be seeing today in the corkscrew, Alex.
Yeah, it's a tricky corner. You just get the line wrong. Oh, and there's something a bit further back. Is that Nash around?
Oh, yeah.
I think he got tagged from behind. Not entirely sure who it was behind him at the moment.
Oh yeah, it was Katalin Gra.
Go on board. Just see what happened there.
Oh dear. Yeah. Different lines through there, and it looked like that James Nash. I read a slowdown penalty to serve. Because he was going at very slow speed.
Very slow. You can't really blame Katalin for that, you know. I think so slow. It must have been a slowdown penalty.
We've also got a few cars in the pits. George Ratchis, David White and Antoine Hegelen. So what's happened to these guys? Ratchis has got a ton of damage to his car. Oh yeah, we've had a big one into the corkscrew, Alex. We can get a replay of this.
Let's see if we can sort that one out.
Just trying to work out who the first car is to lose it. It's Ralph Cullinan.
Oh yeah, and everyone just checking up there. Nathan Davis involved. Antoine just getting repaired. Trouble when you're at the back and you're serving these penalties, you know, it really does hurt you. Drivers just making the mistakes in front. They've just got to be on their toes, ready always that something could happen. Antoine straight in, not messing around either.
About to complete the 3rd lap of the race. Nice trio battle here between Tanguy Pedrozzoli, Rene Osterkamp and Josh Thompson. Pedrozzoli leading the way across the start-finish line in 5th place. Osterkamp 6th, Thompson in 7th place. A bit of lap traffic leaving the pit lane as well as they go into the Andretti hairpin. Straight up the inside there goes Josh Thompson. Caught Osterkamp unawares, I think, Alex, going into that hairpin.
Yeah, he did. Threw it up there, and Rennie just... I think he saw him coming and gave him the room. As yep, sorry, just refreshing. So everyone's sponsors are represented.
Oh, a big battle here then. Baker versus Bashali Gergis going into this left-hander here. And no way through just yet for Gergis. One of the battles we'll probably see all the way through the season. CQR versus Apex Racing. And Baker doing his best to keep Gergis at bay. And now here comes Pedrozzoli. Got a good run through the left-hander. Up the Bobby Ray Hal straight, which really isn't straight at all. Into the corkscrew, a lock of the brakes by Gergis. And Baker all sorts of all over the place as well in the corkscrew. Few wheels into the grass, and that is going to be a slowdown penalty. When I say grass, I mean dust. Yeah, very little grass around this Laguna Seca circuit, and Baker losing up big time there. Down to 7th place now. Was up the inside goes Thompson on Pedrozzoli, and that's the Apex Racing car getting 2 positions in 2 laps. 3 positions in 2 laps, I should say.
Adam, what's it saying on your screen as regards to laps left or how long's left?
It is a 12-lap race.
12-lap race. Very strange because it's just showing as a time. Yeah. Oh, I see why. Never mind. New bearer.
There you go. It was like, yeah, we would have had 24 minutes left on the clock.
It got me worried there for a minute. I was like, oh no. I even said so as well.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Yeah, it's a 12-lap race. 4 12-lap races around this circuit. Very quick lap as well. 1 minute 17 second lap for these Formula Renaults. And we're now 5 laps into the race. So fastly approaching the half race distance marking of the race today. And it looks like at the moment we should finally have a race winner for pole
Matt
position.
Bunn and James Nash having a good little fight out there. That's very, very close. Bunn trying to be very aggressive with his defence. But Nash just able to get alongside. And then around the outside.
Oh, crash in front. But, yeah, and it's Katalin Gra off again. It looks like it might have been an issue with Stefan Hug. I wonder who did that.
Gra not having the best of races out there at all. Not enjoying himself.
Hard to tell if there was contact there between those two.
Yeah, Hug had a good run. He's definitely closing in on him.
Oh yeah, it was contact up the rear. So what Katalin Gra did to James Nash, Stefan Hug just did to him.
Yeah, looks like Catalin's still struggling with the front wing as well, so he obviously had to check up a lot more through there, and Hoog didn't take that into consideration. Obviously, we didn't know, and just threw it in there, and yeah, made contact.
James Nash doesn't seem to be struggling too much though, considering he got a fair whack up the rear by Katalin Grau on the opening lap. Obviously some visual damage to the rear wing just a little bit, but yeah, he's carrying on his way in 16th.
Well, so
Mangan out, Samuel Lebert also.
Well, he's one lap down actually at the moment, so he's alright, so he's still scoring points.
Also have been in the pits, but are back going again. David White, Pierre Minier, and John McCutchinson, of course, having to do that drive-through or stop-and-go penalty for jumping the start earlier on. Some of the biggest movers, 19 positions, Pete Berryman, as a side-by-side between Matt Bunn and Mark Pickford, and Josh Thompson's just dropped down the order, Alex. We saw him working his way through the order, and it looks like, is that another corkscrew error?
Does look
no,
like
it's
that.
not. It's the
it's coming through, yeah, so...
penultimate corner. Oh, it's very easy to do. You put two wheels onto that outside curb, and then it goes. You're in the dust, and the car just spins around.
He's in a good position, really, as well, right there, so... Just have a look as we watch it back. Yeah, didn't get out of it, car just bottomed out. All the grip come away. It's fortunate that he didn't make contact with anything, so his car's still all intact, and away he goes.
Yeah, down to 8th place now. That's still 2 positions higher than where he started. And Josh Thompson now off the podium. Top 3 made up of Luzenord, Keithley and Pashali Jurgis in this opening race.
Yeah, big split between those front few guys. Just watching Jem Bullock-Bassey here closing in on Ashley Blake Hood. You know, moving forward, obviously he's come from the back. I'm not sure what the stewards are going to say for him for actually setting a time, even if it was one that was towards the rear of the grid.
Yeah, back of the grid penalties for likes of Lebert and Chembol at Bassi. Antoine Hegelin also had one along with Pete Berryman. Some drivers have got pit lane start penalties for all 4 races today, and that'll definitely put them all at a disadvantage. As Matt Bunn and Mark Pickford continue their battle. James Nash dropping down the order again, Alex, and it looks like he's off in the corkscrew. So not going well at all, and he's lost it on his own. And when he was in 16th place, he's now down to 22nd.
A lot of pace for James, but just can't quite seem to keep it on the road. Not a bad place for some of these guys to be who have started from the back, sort of in and around sort of 12th place. Going to be reasonable for the reverse grid, of course.
Yep, we have a Wheel of Fortune after this opening race meeting, and that will determine how many cars get reversed. Matt Nash just getting past there, I think, by John McCutchinson, who's working his way through the field after that jump start. He's got Samuel Lebert next in front of him, who's got literally no front end. As we always say, his feet will be getting well ventilated here, and here comes McCutchinson. Should be an easy move up the inside into this left-hander, and he does, and he is through. So that is McCutchinson up into 20th place now. The who drives for the Pro Sim driver. Next on his list is the Apex Racing Simulators car of Nathan Davies.
Look, Bassey around the outside of Blake Hood in the final corner. Gets that move complete. Ashley's now got Tom just tucked up behind him. Got a decent run as well. Might think about a move down into the Andretti hairpin. Does, tucks out. Not so late on the brakes. Ash sort of gives him the room though. And yeah, that's a move complete for Depke there. I think more Ashley just making sure that he doesn't get hit there.
Yeah, the American of Depke, Apex Racing Academy driver, up into 12th place now. Ashley Blake Hood, the Briton, driving for Team Mad, down to 13th place now. On the car behind him, Pete Berryman, who I believe had a back of the grid penalty. Yes, he did. And he's working his way through the field nicely. 19 positions gained from him. Just 1 position less than Chembola Bassi, who's gained 20 positions in this opening race meeting, and both of them showing off their pro licenses that they've got for this up-and-coming World Championship Grand Prix Series season, and the same for Pashali Jurgis as well, both with the black license. 3
Yeah,
laps to go. Yeah.
I mean, the pros I think still haven't asserted themselves into this championship yet. They're still sort of around the mid-table and just figuring out exactly how you run this series as well with the reverse grids and needing to stay out of trouble. So
Oh, Nathan
again, we've
Davis
seen
is...
a few of them caught up today. Davis, another good driver, you know, who's he's a bit more aware of what can go on in these races. But yeah, Higlin and people like that, you know, just constantly giving pressure to these guys ahead. But yeah, if they go in front, which on occasion they can do, they're getting collected a lot at the moment. So it's something they've got to work out.
Pete Berryman getting past Ashley Blake Could. For viewers at home, Alex, can you explain what the green and the blue strips are on our overlay?
Certainly can. So anyone with a let me just bring it up right now. So the data information that comes up. So green represents a pro driver. So you would expect the pro drivers to be further forward, and anyone who is a blue stripe is a amateur. So Chris Rose, I think, is probably the highest one. No, he's not. Tangai is.
Tanguy Pedrozzoli currently running in 4th. I think privateers also have the blue stripe. Yeah, so you'll be able to see them. Pedrozzoli running up in 4th for virtual drivers. Their team running well in the opening race inside the top 5. The top 5 made up of Apex Racing Academy, Martin van Luzenoord, Keith Lee for Faker Sim Sport Europe, Apex UK in 3rd with Gergis, virtual drivers as we were saying with Pedrozzoli, and Vector Sim Sport Group in 5th with Osterkamp. And nice to see 5 different teams represented inside the top 5 make that top 6, because David Baker drives for CQR Club as well. We've got any battles on the track inside the closing stages of the race. 2 laps to go. The drivers have spread themselves out really over this opening race, Alex.
Yeah, Pedrozzoli and Gergis there, they're quite close, 7/10 of a second, but it doesn't look like there's any real sort of challenge coming from any of them.
Coming up to lap some cars now, Gergis and Pedrozzoli. They've got Nathan Davis in front of them, who's had trouble the last few laps, getting out of the way there of Paschaly Gergis as he comes across the line to start the final lap. Better lap this time for Paschaly Gergis. Was lapping in the 118s a lap ago. Has got himself back inside the 117s as the white flag is now out, and Martin van Luzenoord starts his 12th lap of the race, 10-second lead, which is quite remarkable around this circuit and quite remarkable for this championship as well.
Von Holtz under a little bit of threat in the final lap from Jem. Oh, runs a little bit deep into the Andretti hairpin. That's gonna give Jem just the opportunity he wants, straight up the inside. No second look. Thank you very much. Up to P9. Great great race and good drive through all the way from the back.
22 positions gained for Cem Boluk Bassi, the Radicals online driver, the Turkish driver, up inside the top 10 now. I was able to get a win earlier in the season. Here comes Martin van Luzenoord though. He always seems to do well in opening races, and we're finally going to have a winner from pole position. Martin van Luzenoord crosses the line, takes the win in the opening race of the day. Jack Keithley for Faker Sim Sport Europe's only just going through the final corner now, and he's going to take that runners-up spot for Faker Sim Sport Europe, and the final spot on the podium will go to Apex Racing UK and Paschaly Gergis. Martin van Luzenoord, Alex, not often we see in any BSR series a race-winning margin as big as that, and yeah, in total command in this opening race.
Yeah, it was from start to finish really. Just having a look, see anything else in the final laps.
Yes, Nash v Baxter going up to the corkscrew.
Teammates.
Indeed, yes. Both amateur drivers as well, going into the corkscrew for the final time. Baxter looks like he's got a bit of a cleaner car than James Nash, of course, because he got a big hit during the race. Samuel Lebert not too far behind those guys either, neither's Jos Honig. So three of the Faker Sim Sport Europe's cars outside the top 18. Into the final corner they go. Looks like it's going to be 19th place for Baxter. James Nash should just hold off Samuel Lebert to get 20th, and Jos Honig through there as well. And Paul Denton to make a pit stop on the opening lap comes across the line as well. That's 23rd. Waiting now for Katlin Grau and Pierre Minier. They're just coming across the line now, closely followed by Laura Bond. Right then, let's run you through the finishing order then. From the opening race of the day, Martin van Loozenhoorn takes the win. Pole position, fastest lap, and a race win. Can really ask for more than that. For the opening race, Jack Keithley finishing in second, third for Paschalis Jurgis, fourth for Tanguy Pedrozzoli, virtual driver's car doing well, fifth for Rene Osterkamp, sixth David Baker in his magic sixth place, Christian Rose in seventh, Josh Thompson eighth, could have been a bit higher during the race if it wasn't for that spin for it going into the penultimate corner. Cembol at Basti, biggest mover, 31st to 9th, a gain of 22 positions, and 10th for Matthias Sponholz. Michael Hall finishing in 11th, 12th for Tom Depke. Pete Berryman, 33rd to 13th, 20 positions gained from him. Ashley Bakehood, 14th for Team Mad. Daniel McCauley in 15th place, 16th for Mark Pickford and ProSim, 17th Matt Bunn, 18th John McCutchinson, despite having a stop-and-go penalty, I should say, for jumping the start. The ProSim driver was able to get 18th place in the end. Stephen Baxter, 19th, 20th for James Nash, 21st place for Samuel Lebert. He had a back-of-the-grid penalty and a substantial amount of aero damage at the front of his Formula Renault, but was still able to get a top 25. Jos Honig finishing 22nd, Paul Denton, his teammates for Faker Simsport Europe in 23rd, Katalin Graa in 24th, Laura Bond 25th, and Pierre Minier, the last car on the lead lap, and then the cars one lap down or more. Kip Stevens 27th, Stefan Hoog 28th, Nathan Davis for Apex Racing Simulators finishing in 29th, and Oscar Mangan 30th, 2 laps down, Alan Mitchell 8 laps down in 31st, along with David White and John Godfrey, all involved in that collision up at the top of the hill at the Corkscrew. The same for Antoine Hegelen, who finished 10 laps down, Ralph Cullinan as well, and George Ratchis out early on. He finished in 36th, 11 laps down.
Not a terribly eventful race, if I'm completely honest, Adam, that one?
Yeah, I think that was probably slightly stereotypical race one. Fastest guys really at the front. I believe the action should improve for race 2, race 3, race 4, because we've got the reverse grid at our disposal. And yeah, let's get the Wheel of Fortune up and we'll find out who's going to be on pole position for the second race of the day, round 14 of the iRacing MSA British Sim Racers Formula Renault Championship.
Do have a wheel. But for a moment we weren't gonna get anything. Right, here we go then. First time for the night. Where's it gonna be? Thanks again, Mr. Blakehood, for doing the wheel. Reassert, this is now the official wheel. Exactly how it will be done. And we just missed a full and ended with 22nd. And what we had last week, first round. I hope not.
We'll be seeing a pattern starting to emerge here. Yeah, Jos Honig gets reversed onto pole position for Faker Simsport Europe. Second will be Samuel Lebert for Apex Racing UK. James Nash in third. For Stephen Baxter and John McCutchinson jumped the start for race 1, but he'll be starting in 5th place for the second race of the day. Right, we are going to take a short break here on Apex Racing TV. Join us after the break because we'll be getting on the grid and getting the second race underway, round 14 of the iRacing MSA British Sim Racers Formula Renault Championship. And Andrew Woodhouse, he should be with us for race 2, so you definitely don't want to miss the second race of the day. Join us in a few moments.
Simulated racing can be awesome, but it can also be kind of a free-for-all. Interestingly, auto racing faced the same problem in its earlier days. Whether it was on the back roads, the beaches, or the city streets, the racing was fun. But there was always a certain level of chaos and danger, until some folks came along and put some order to all of this. Stuff like official racetracks, regulations about weight and equipment, and enforcement of standards. That's what gave us high-speed excitement, fast-paced action, and photo finishes. That's when racing became racing. The guys over at iRacing.com have made the same transformation in the world of sim racing. Sure, they've got the most accurate tracks and realistic cars out there, but that's just the start. See, iRacing analyzes the performance and results of each driver in every race, so you can be sure you're always placed in races where the competition will be tight, and that those reckless drivers who ruin it for us all are kept in the pits. Not to mention that with over 45,000 active members already in their vast community, you can find races day and night, so you can always get in on the action. You can even join a league of your favorite series. And since updates are always automatic, you don't have to worry about software and can focus on the track. Zip up your fire suit and check out iRacing.com.
in the outside contact made. 56 slides it into 4. Who's going to be into stripe? Dead even. Give it to Ryan Truex. Truex is your winner over Tandy.
iRacing.com is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all over the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics and engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. iRacing's web-based interface allows members to compare stats and test drive any combination of car and track instantly. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 60,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsport organizations like SRO Motorsports Group to deliver virtual races based on the real-life Blancpain GT series. iRacing's Blancpain Endurance Series features team racing, giving members the ability to build a team and participate in races ranging from 3 hours to 24 hours. Additional partners include NASCAR, IMSA, V8 Supercars, IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own 24 hours of Spa, Bathurst 1000, Daytona 500, and many more. iRacing.com, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car.
Welcome back to Apex Racing TV, iRacing Live and Jinx TV. We're on the grid for the second race of the day, round 14 of the iRacing MSA British Sim Racers Formula Renault Championship. In association with the Apex Racing League, we're back at Laguna Seca. Adam Bath, iRacing World Championship driver Alex Simpson and Andrew Woodhouse are with us. And Woody, welcome. Laguna Seca, you up for these 3 races?
Yeah, I am. I think it's going to be great. We normally have excellent action here. We've been here a few times recently. I'm looking forward to it immensely. Josh Honig has got a hell of a task. It's Samuel Libera alongside him. I can't see, with due respect to Josh, I can't see that lead lasting long.
Through the grid then, Josh Honig on pole position, Samuel Lebert in second, James Nash third, Stephen Baxter fourth, John McCutchinson, who jumped the start in race 1, starting in 5th, Matt Bunn 6th, Mark Pickford 7th, Daniel McCauley in 8th, Ashley Bakehood in 9th, and Pete Berryman rounding out the top 10. Alex, as Andrew was alluding to, Samuel Lebert starting second. Is he your pick for the win in this race too?
Not come out yet. Tell me he hasn't got some sort of penalty that means that he's got a pit lane start.
He has got a pit lane start,
Well,
I just remembered.
Well, that changes everything.
There we go then. Race 2 of the day. Green lights on and we're away then. Josh Honig gets a good start. He hasn't got to fend off for second place, man, because he's in the pits. So James Nash takes the second spot. Stephen Baxter into third. McCutchinson might fancy his chances up the inside into the Andretti hairpin, and he goes for it. And round the outside goes the CQR car of Matt Bunn as well.
We're on board with Jem into turn 1 as well. Went through the middle of them like they were not there. So good start for him.
Crash, big crash, huge one.
Oh dear.
Huge one, and well, 2 or 3 drivers were around at the exit of the hairpin. I'm going to find out names for you in a second.
Yeah, Tom Depker won. Got involved with
How is Tom always involved in it? I swear. That man has no luck whatsoever.
Holtz,
yeah, and Depker.
Depker and Van Loozenord was in the gravel. I don't know if he got... Oh, yeah, Van Loozenord got hit badly as well, I think.
And then we head up the hill towards the corkscrew for the first time then here. And it is Josh Honig leading the way. James Nash trying to have a little look up the inside into the corkscrew. 2 teammates, of course, Faker Sim Sport Europe. And then
3 are all
and
Faker
Baxter as well.
There you go, top 3, all Faker Sim Sport Europe drivers. We usually see this level of dominance by Apex Racing UK, but Sim Sport Europe doing well here. And Matt Bunn is at that CQR club car trying to have a little look going into the final corner. He's going to try for the outside through this final corner. And so is also John McCutchinson and Pete Berryman, who are exchanging a few positions there as we come across the line to complete that one.
Matt Bunn's very good on the brakes, but Stephen Baxter's no mug. He knows that his 2 teammates are up there and he needs to fight Matt Bunn for all he's worth here. Bunn's late on the brakes again, and you know what? He swoops beautifully into the Andretti hairpin. Looks like he's got that car absolutely planted and exactly where he wants it. And that's very, very important. Chen Bollock Bassi up to 7th place as well, looking good in the early going. Up 7 spots at him on lap 1.
Yeah, he gained 22, I think, in the opening race of the day after a back-of-the-grid penalty. And, he's proving his worth again. Finally clicked for him in this car. He was dreadfully unlucky in the opening race meeting of the season at Sebring, but Zolder, and ever since then, it seems to be working well. As side-by-side in front of him, it is
for Nathan Davis, and he's got no front wing.
Oh.
Berryman putting a move on John...
Hutchinson, yeah.
Yep, Hutchinson there, and actually Jem followed him through as well, and now Pete on Stephen Baxter as well. So
Bunn through into second place as well, so he's moving up the order nicely up into second place now. Past James Nash, and battle between Berryman and Baxter, and that is Berryman through, and it might be a possible slowdown penalty. I don't know. He looked very
Baxter
slow.
Just give him the place, to be honest. There.
Nash fighting back for second place. Pull out of the slipstream. Can he challenge Bunn into the first corner? Nash round the outside. He knows how important this is for his teammate. Oh, was there some contact there, Adam?
No, there wasn't. I think that's just Nash getting out of it.
Yeah.
It looked very close.
I think it might have been Bunn just saying, no way, mate.
Oh,
Nash through!
Nash is having trouble, I think, because Berryman's through too.
Yeah, it just looked as if I think James was a bit nervous to turn in there. He thought Pete was coming up the inside, so he left a little bit of room, got a little bit wide there, 3 wide further behind. And
look at Pascalis Sturgis up the inside.
McCutchinson,
about 2 cars.
Josh Thompson versus Baxter as well into the left-hander. That is Thompson now through. And now it looks like the Sturgis might fancy his chances as well going into the corkscrew. Looking to the outside.
Really jockeying for position here. Race 2 of the evening.
Given the
BSR
space,
from the
and he's
Renault. And also Hutchinson wanting to have a look on Baxter as well through this brilliant section. Adam, we mention every time we come here. Oh dear.
Baxter just needs to get in line. Right now he seems like he's got no momentum out there. He's constantly offline and people are just running around him right now. He's trying to defend, but he's just always slow off the edge.
Thompson's gone. Josh Thompson, yeah, and I think he did a similar thing in the opening race where he was running in about 3rd or 4th at the time, and yeah, he's binned it again and down to 15th place, back where he started.
Yeah, and
Oh,
go on.
sorry, Keithley up the inside of Pedrozzoli, and that was a very well timed move. I thought they were going to come together there going into the Andretti hairpin, and yeah, that is Keithley into 13th place.
Yeah, Faker Sim Sport, you're really going well here.
James Nash versus Chen Bullock Bassi. That is James Nash trying to defend.
Cars everywhere on these opening laps. Baxter on Pickford. Sorry, Pickford on Baxter. Baxter, dear me, very, very close. They're too wide here. There might be 3, almost
Jim's
3 wide.
got a great run.
Pedrozzoli takes out.
Osterkamp.
Osterkamp's gone. Oh, Mangan and Hingelin have hit each other.
Oh, on the straight up towards the corkscrew.
Hingelin's rear wing is history.
Well, he's running rings. Other drivers are running rings around him, and yeah,
Oh dear, problems there though. Real problems. It all came from the fact that Osterkamp was hit off by Pedrozzoli, and I think it just surprised. I think there's some slow cars.
Yeah, Thompson.
And
Thompson was one of them, and yeah, that's what happened. They were trying to avoid the Apex Academy car of Thompson, and they both went for the same piece of track, and that's why both of them went off. Now Sonic continues to lead. What are the lap times like? 1:18.5 for Pete Berryman on this last lap. That is starting to look pretty ominous with 8 laps to go. We're not even at the halfway point in the race. And Berryman
doing
7
a
tenths away.
brilliant job. Sorry, Adam. Doing a fantastic job up front though.
Yeah, he is. We saw finally in race 1 a pole position winner. And Jos Honig will be trying to emulate that here.
Who was that? Sorry?
We had Martin van Loozenhoorn win the opening race.
Good, yeah.
From pole position. And yeah, here comes the Apex Racing UK car going into the corkscrew. Gap down to 2 tenths of a second. Just gobbling the gap up here.
Lasted a lot longer than you anticipated, I think, though, Mr. Woodhouse.
What's that, sorry?
I think Jost lasted a lot longer than you anticipated.
That's true. Yeah, I'll give him a lot of credit for that. But the thing is, he did have his teammate on the front row alongside him instead of Libert. So
yeah, that's what I was gonna support you there with you on that. As,
you're right. Hey, look, Jos is a great driver, so I hope he can hang on. But it's going to be difficult with the man who was Who was 5th in the World Championship? Pete Berryman, was he? Last year?
Yeah.
And he's through, and there we go. And brilliant from him, but Honig now just needs to focus. He is still quicker than Matt Bunn, so Jos Honig, there's a big second place on for him here if he wants to take it.
This little bell. This is 12th, 13th, 11th, all around there. So yeah, it's crazy around there right now.
Rose versus
on the gravel.
Baxter.
Is that on the gravel?
That was Josh Thompson again, and you can see that Antoine Higlin is looking like a Formula Ford car there or something. He's in his Apex Racing UK car.
That's going to be a bit front dependent now, Alex. Is that?
Yeah. I'm not quite sure how that's going around there. Just goes to show you don't get an awful lot of downforce from that rear wing, do you?
Although having driven some of the setups from him, he likes the car on the edge a bit, doesn't
he?
So,
yeah, he'll love a car that can turn. So that was his plan after all. Oh, he nearly gets hit from behind as well, Hall.
I think it's clouted there, Higley. How is he still going? That is unbelievable, because he did get properly rogered, as you would say, by his teammate at the top of the hill.
It looks like some of the cars that our fellow Apex colleague Graham Cowell would race.
It looks exactly like the car Graham Cowell would race. It's even got the Elite Driver Services on there.
Well, here we go. Pickford versus Thompson. And someone was around in the background almost.
Libert nearly crashed into the wall.
Pit lane start for Libert as well. Into the first corner, the Andretti hairpin. Pickford doing his best to hold on. Contact made. Oh dear. Oh no, and Higlin's finally gone.
Well, Higlin's gone this time, I think. No front wing either. Definitely looks like a Formula Ford car now. Oh dear.
Pickford doesn't look like he's picked too much damage after all that. But Thompson and Higgland back to the pits.
Look at the rear wing on Osterkamp's car. He's still going somehow. Right clout earlier on. Now he's defending hard from Oscar Mangan. Nearly ran into him actually, Mangan. Mangan's on the inside.
Oh, that is brilliant.
How has he managed that without crashing into... was it? Not sure who it was.
It was Denton.
Denton, yep. Denton's off. Oh. Lost the position to Osterkamp.
Tell you what, that Osterkamp rear wing definitely looks like someone sat on it. There's a Pickford tries to get past and there's a car off. That is Stephen Baxter, who was in third place at one point in the race.
Yep, he was. He made a good start to hold on to his... who's that?
It's Denton. Denton.
Oh, that wasn't Denton though. There was someone else off in the... David White's been off as well.
Oh, and Josh
25th place.
Yeah. And Denton gets going in his rear wings now, looking in right state. He's now in 30th place.
We think Osterkamp's going to have good balance if someone sits on the other side.
That'd work quite well, wouldn't it?
It would, wouldn't it? Be like the 2017 Formula 1 regulation. As Pierre Minier and Dave Baker one-on-one into the Andretti hairpin.
Close here. This is over, spot inside the top 20. Pro versus Pro-Am driver, well, privateer in Pierre Minier. German versus Britain. Anglo German battle here.
Martin van Loozenord losing time. He's around at the at the corkscrew.
He had just got past Jack Keithley, I think, but he's still in front of him. I think it was actually Churches he got past.
It was Churches, I think, yeah.
Earlier on in the lap, and now he's got to do that again. He's got James Nash in front of him, AM driver, Faker Simsport Europe driver as well, and Loosenall definitely shaping him up going through the final corner now.
Well, look, Bassi getting very close to the final spot on the podium. Matt Bunn's the one under pressure now through the first corner, and Bunn's driven a good race, got himself into third place, but look, Bassi, World Championship driver, really showing now what he can do in the Renault. Now that the Pro Series is finished, Alex, do you think that's a determining factor?
Yes and no. I think just having a bit of fun out there, isn't he? So he has a little look at the inside, but doesn't make any contact with Matt, but that was severely close.
Daniel McCauley just getting past McHutchinson. Those two are very close going into the left-hand kink to go up the Bobby Rahal isn't straight.
McHutchinson was having a look again into the kink, but not quite close enough this time. Love this circuit though, Adam. It's really got fast-flowing nature and very, very nice. Pretty technical corners actually. There's a battle here. Sponholtz has just lost the place to Alan Mitchell. And here comes Laura Bond. Bond's on the inside. She's looking to go through. Can't quite make it stick there.
Well, battle for third still going on third still going on. Chem versus Bunn. Simsport versus CQR. Britain versus Turkey. Whatever way you want to call it. This is third versus fourth.
And Matt holds on there as well. Good defending from Matt.
How long has he got? He's got 3 laps to try and hold back one of the newcomers to the iRacing World Championship Grand Prix Series. Chembola Bassi gets a good run though off the right-hander, and up the inside he goes. And that is Radicals Online Pro Sim. Chembola Bassi.
He hasn't got a good exit.
Bunn having a little look. No way through.
I was going to say Bunn can hang on behind Bullock. Bassi might be able to have a go into the corkscrew, but too far back.
He's severe around there. That's the trouble.
Excuse me.
But yeah, still having an effect even in these Formula Renaults, which aren't too aero dependent.
Ashley Blake Hood and Osterkamp. Rennie Osterkamp very, very close together indeed. Here comes Osterkamp.
I don't know what that rear wing's giving him, but he's going to go around the outside. And
see if he can get it stopped.
Oh, he makes the corner.
Well, very good. A nice move. Good move into the corkscrew. Difficult place to pass. So Berryman leads by 6.5 seconds from Honig. Bullock Bassi in third, Bunn is fourth, Jurges fifth, sixth Van Loozenord. Van Loozenord's closing in very quickly on his teammate. James Nash in 7th, with Jack Keithley in 8th. 9th, Daniel McCauley, and 10th, McHutchinson.
I think it's quite clear that I think Martin van Loozenhoorn probably is the quickest driver around this circuit today. 17.9 is the fastest lap of the race, and he got it on the last lap.
He did win the Renault Series, didn't he, in 2016 when it started? No pushover at all, Martin van Loozenhoorn. Did Pete Berryman win the second series of that, was it?
Yeah, he did.
So two of the finest drivers in the Formula Renault we're seeing here. Oh, as
Burgess, there he goes.
Throwing the gravel that he collected on the way down at Martin as well.
There you go, eat that.
Eat my
He
dust
says
suckers.
to the Dutchman. And Loozenhoorn's going up the inside into the final corner. Jurgis gives him the room.
Oh!
And Loozenhoorn nearly loses it on the exit of the corner. See now who has the run. It's going to be Jurgis, but he's not quite clear. Means Van Loozenhoorn will still have it into the first corner. He's late on the brakes.
Yeah.
What do you think? Jurgis, can he get the cut back and challenge him? It's a short run to turn 3, well, turn 2, turn 3, whatever the Americans want to call it. Their corner numbering is terrible, frankly.
As bad as their choice of president.
No problems there. Nice knowing you, Adam.
Yeah, I'm going to get the FBI turning up at my door tomorrow. As Van Loozenhoorn closes in on Matt Bunn. Could he get the final spot on the? Oh no, get the best of the rest. 4th spot on the final half a lap.
I do agree, by the way, but that's not the point. Matt Bunn, yes, defending from Van Loozenhoorn. Let's see if Van Loozenhoorn can trump Matthew Bunn.
Or will he cling to his to his
God.
I am
place.
President Clinton.
Oh, these guys are very close. Here comes Pete, though.
Into the final corner. It is going to be Pete Berryman, surely, that's going to win the race as someone goes off. Honig off. Josh Honig is off. And that's Chembol Abassi through, but Pete Berryman's going to win the race.
Honig needs to... Oh, he's going to get there, I think. Oh, he's going to be gutted. This is the the second place on the line.
And Van Loozenhoorn took 4th place in the end, getting past Matt Bunn in the final corner.
Did he go around the outside? Alex, have we got...
look at this 3 wide, isn't it? Oh,
Oh, it was a crash.
Oh, is it Gra and Hug? Oh no, they're already off anyway.
Oh, dear. Oh, look at this in front, Osterkamp.
Oh,
Hug. Oh,
who was that?
Goodness me.
It was...
Yeah.
It was...
It was a dead heat, but Hug's been given it.
Yeah, literally, they crossed the line at exactly the same time. Down to 3 decimal places, of course.
Yep, and let's just see if there was a difference, if you can see where Hug...
I don't know where
Oh, that's very, very close indeed. I can't call that one, I'm afraid.
Yeah, well, the timing system couldn't either. They were that close. Not the first time we've seen that in our series that we cover on Apex Racing TV.
I can see how it was Hug, but it was by a what was it, a Nat's Whisker or whatever it was. Nat's Whisker, whatever. Or what the saying is. Oh, Berryman's lost his rear wing somehow. Back to the pits. Maybe his teammate told him it would give him aerodynamic benefits. I don't know.
There you go. If we add formation laps into iRacing in the future, you can expect to see the Apex Racing cars backing themselves into walls to knock the rear wing off in any attempt to get the best straight line speed around the circuit. Well, Pete Berryman takes the win then. Gaining 9 positions and he wins the race. Second for Chembol Abassi, getting that second spot on the podium in the final corner of the race after Jos Honig went off. 2 World Championship drivers, first and second, showing their skill right there. Jos Honig finishing in 3rd. Martin van Loozenhoorn, race 1 winner, finishes 4th, getting that position on the final corner. Matt Bunn in 5th. 6th for Charlie Jurgis, 7th Jack Keithley, 8th James Nash, 9th Daniel McCauley, and 10th Michael Hall. I have to say, I think we've pretty much got an even split of Pro and Am drivers inside the top 10. Good to see that. 11th Michael Hall, 12th for Stefan Hug, as Mr. Woodhouse was saying, that's Whisker there ahead of John McHutchinson. René Osterkamp in 14th place, 15th for Ashley Blake Hood, Oscar Mangan 16th, 17th Kathleen Gra, 18th for Christian Rose, 19th for Al Cullinan, and 20th John Godfrey. 21st David Baker, 22nd Alan Mitchell, 23rd was Laura Bond, 24th Stephen Baxter, 25th Kip Stevens, and 26th Paul Denton. Then the cars 1 lap down or more. These all classified finishers, of course, as well. Nathan Davies, Tom Depker, Mark Pickford, Sponholtz, Davis, and Depker. Then 2 laps down, Mark Pickford. Pierre Minier also 2 laps down. 5 laps down, David White. Josh Thompson and Antoine Higelin both met their end in turn 1. With 6 laps to go in the race. Tanguy Pedrozzoli 9 laps down, and George Ratchis, second race in a row, I think he's finished in last place. Yeah, 36th place, 12 laps down.
Yeah, very competitive race, very eventful race, and Pete Berryman coming out on top. Drivers who started in the top 10 who finished there is, it's either 6 or 7, depending on whether you count Samuel Libera. He did qualify second, but had to start from the back. So those guys hung on pretty well, Adam, in general there.
Yeah, they did, considering the pace of some of the guys around them. And they did a good job of holding off behind some big names. Right then, reverse grid time for race 3. We're flying through them as always today. And Alex Simpson, the reason I remember after we got a 22 at Silverstone last week, we followed that up with a full. Will we get that here today? Let's see what happens with the reverse grid.
Here we go then for the second time tonight. Well, it's not the same, that's for sure, Adam. 29.
And that is Tom Depker, the Apex Racing Academy driver, the American. Going to get reversed onto pole position there. Nathan Davis second for Apex Simulators. Sponholtz in third for Privateer, the Dane. Then Paul Denton in fourth for Faker Sim Sport Europe, and Kip Stevens for Pro Sim will be starting in fifth.
So a good grid in prospect for race 3. 2 more races to go tonight, so don't go anywhere here and stick with us on Apex Racing TV. It's the BSR Formula Renault Series.
Simulated racing can be awesome, but it can also be kind of a free-for-all. Interestingly, auto racing faced the same problem in its earlier days. Whether it was on the back roads, the beaches, or the city streets, the racing was fun. But there was always a certain level of chaos and danger, until some folks came along and put some order to all of this. Stuff like official racetracks, regulations about weight and equipment, and enforcement of standards. That's what gave us high-speed excitement, fast-paced action, and photo finishes. That's when racing became racing. The guys over at iRacing.com have made the same transformation in the world of sim racing. Sure, they've got the most accurate tracks and realistic cars out there, but that's just the start. See, iRacing analyzes the performance and results of each driver in every race, so you can be sure you're always placed in races where the competition will be tight, and that those reckless drivers who ruin it for us all are kept in the pits. Not to mention that with over 45,000 active members already in their vast community, you can find races day and night, so you can always get in on the action. You can even join a league of your favorite series. And since updates are always automatic, you don't have to worry about software and can focus on the track. Zip up your fire suit and check out iRacing.com.
Truex in the outside, contact made. 56 slides it into 4. Who's going to be into stripe? Dead even, give it to Ryan Truex. Truex is your winner over Tandy.
iRacing.com is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all over the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics and engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. iRacing's web-based interface allows members to compare stats and test drive any combination of car and track instantly. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 60,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsport organizations like SRO Motorsports Group to deliver virtual races based on the real-life Blancpain GT series. iRacing's Blancpain Endurance Series features team racing, giving members the ability to build a team and participate in races ranging from 3 hours to 24 hours. Additional partners include NASCAR, IMSA, V8 Supercars, IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own 24 hours of Spa, Bathurst 1000, Daytona 500, and many more. iRacing.com, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car.
Welcome back to Apex Racing TV, iRacing Live and Jinx TV. It's round 3 of the evening here in the BSR Formula Renault Series at Laguna Seca. Andrew Woodhouse alongside Adam Bath and Alex Simpson as normal. And Adam, well, race 2, it really lived up to its billing with the reverse grid, didn't it? And well, race 3, sponsored by ProSim and Leo Bodner, is no doubt going to be a great one.
Yeah, definitely 29 cars reversed for this third race of the day. Tom Depker on pole position for the race, and yeah, we'll see what he can do. We've got Nathan Davis, very quick driver in the Mazda MX-5s, especially at the Nordschleife, which we were at earlier in the season. See if we can transfer that over. And of course the Braun GP livery car, Sponholz in third, running through the rest of the grid. Denton 4th, Stevens 5th, Baxter 6th, Flora Bond 7th, Alan Mitchell 8th, David Baker starting in 9th, and John Godfrey starting in 10th.
Okay then. Race 2 winner Peter Berryman starts 29th. We'll keep an eye on him. Red lights are on here.
Green, green, green.
The green light is on, and we are away at Laguna Seca once more. Good start by Depker. He holds the inside. Nathan Davis is there. Sponholz to the outside. And then it's Stevens and Denton. Bond. Oh, it's not Bond anymore. It's Baxter who's gone through. Is everybody okay out of the hairpin? It looks like they are.
Davis takes the lead going into turn 3. And that is him through.
Oh, there's 2 cars around at the back. And that was Pierre Minier and Pete Berryman.
Berryman doesn't look like he's picked up too much damage to the cars. Depker loses another position. Once again, Samuel Lebert has to start from the pit lane. And Stephen Baxter's dropping down the order like a stone. He's off.
Alan Mitchell as well was in the pits. And Baxter is off and pretty much at the tail of the field now.
Depker versus Stevens through the corkscrew.
Sponholz, I remember him flying through the air at Zolder.
Yeah,
wow.
yeah.
That was a big old accident into that chicane. See what Stevens can do then. Oh, what's
that was Cullinan going wide through the second to last corner.
No, Dave Baker and Catalin Grau battling away.
8th versus 7th. Grau driving for ProSim, Baker driving for CQR Club. Up the inside goes Grau.
Oh, hard braking there by Grau. Through. Great move there. Baker trying to fight back. Baker on the inside.
Just kicking kicks
That's
up at the
a bit
back.
of a
We've got
lunge.
2 cars off at the back. It's Matt Bunn and Cullinan.
So much debris and dust and dirt being put right back onto the circuit here.
Baker still versus Grau going into the left-hander. And now it looks like Grau's going to lose out because here comes Oscar Mangan.
Yeah, Baker needs to defend fairly hard here from Mangan. Might be struggling. Oh, look, there's a battle by at the front. Stevens and Depker going round the outside and getting the position back. The man who was on pole position. Did he cut the course at the corkscrew, though? That's the question. I think he may have just got away with that. Nathan Davis leads then by a second from Sponholz. With Kip Stevens in third. Tom Depker is now... Sorry, it's Tom Depker in third, then it's Stevens.
Denton versus Stevens, and it looks like Denton will have taken 4th place there. Yeah, he has. So Denton driving for Faker Simsport Europe through, and in the background Laura Bond's about to get passed by Oscar Mangan. Mangan up the inside, and that is the Apex Racing UK car through, and now it looks like Stevens is under pressure from the car of Baker.
On fighting back around the outside. Look, who's that behind as well? That's Grauer as well. Grauer's through.
Denton versus Depker as well. Dust getting kicked up in the background. That's Laura Bond kicking it up, and David Baker trying to get past Depker going into the left-hander. CQR versus Apex Academy.
So many battling cars here. Baker's right with Sponholz now. He's really got on it. Oh, not with Sponholz, sorry, with Depker. And Denton's made a mistake. And through 2 of them go. And that's...
Bond, I think, around massive pile up into into
That's
the corkscrew. I'll get there eventually.
Oh, there were many of them, mate. Many of them there in a pile, in a heap. Let's see who was involved. Oh God, everyone.
Bottleneck at the corkscrew.
Right, so Bond, Stevens, Osterkamp, Christian Rose,
Hoog.
Stefan Hoog, John McCutchinson, Honig,
Bunn, possibly.
Paul.
Pickford.
I think that's it.
Yeah. Mark Pickford, one of the cars into the pits. Cars in the pits at the moment. Bond.
Bond?
Bond. Bind it off.
It was definitely Bind.
Laura Bond, Cullinan and Keithley, along with Pickford and Osterkamp and Baxter, all in at the end of the last lap.
Remember one of the villains in one of the 007 movies going, "Your time is up, Mr. Bond." The time was up there for Laura Bond. Who's having a look now? Van Loozenhoorn on Oscar Mangan. Van Loozenhoorn's up from 26th place to P6 now. Challenging for 5th place, owned by Oscar Mangan, former World Championship driver in the Apex Racing UK team.
Baker and
On the
Mangan.
outside of the CQR car here. And Baker holds his ground. Very good driver, David Baker. Can give away positions easily.
Grower at the inside of Denton, going into the final corner. That's Grower into 7th place.
Look at Matt Bunn's car, by the way. That's not one you want to really be putting too much faith in.
Matt Bunn in 25th place. The front end's gone.
Front end's gone. The car was lifting, going through the corkscrew. The suspension was off the ground. Not a good day there. It is a good day so far for Davies.
Oh, Baker and Mangan at it again. Loozenhoorn might try and make it free abreast here. And he does!
Loozenhoorn's on the gravel! Dear me.
Oh, here he comes. 3 wide into the kink. Hold your breath, folks.
It's not going to go well.
Oh, and they sort each other out in the end, just with Baker having to lose out there. And tell you what, it's been pretty good for Oscar Mangan.
Mangan was brave,
got up the
wasn't he,
road.
there?
Oh, Gra.
While
Baker
Kathleen
going
Grau
in
has
too
appeared,
deep.
locks the front wheels and makes a right mess of that in the end. He tried to take 2 positions and ends up losing one. And then he's got now Nash right behind.
Oh, Michael Hall's around at the corkscrew.
Oh,
DQR car.
what happened to Michael Hall? He just locked the fronts and the rear just went, no, I'm not having that.
Seen some drivers, that's happened to a few of the drivers today. Oh, it's Christian Rose is also dropping down the order. That could be another problem for another CQR driver. He's now down in 16th.
In Rose, yes. Just ahead of Blake Hood, is it now?
Yeah, and
And then
Blake
just
in
behind them, Libert and Higelin battling, 2 French drivers.
Blake Hood through. As and up the road. Up the inside goes Berryman on McCutchinson. Pete Berryman trying to get the position there, going into turn 3.
Berryman's doing well considering he was last after 2 corners, after a spin. Right with him there. Alex, it must be difficult to really race with confidence that close to other cars, but these World Championship caliber drivers used to it really.
Yeah, I mean, coming through the pack fairly quickly.
It's just inches away.
We've seen some mistakes and we've seen some accidents, so I'm not going to say that they're foolproof right now. But they are sort of they're quick and they're able to get moves done. So
the skill that every driver is, it probably wasn't a well-phrased question. The skill that every driver shows in these Formula Renaults when they are literally inches apart it's mind-blowing. Really, I get a bit jumpy when I'm a few feet behind another car. Why they're out there and I'm up here, I think.
Yeah, I was racing in a race the other day. I was 2 tenths behind, and I thought that was close.
Yep. Too close for me, that.
Yeah, got to be a second at least.
It's too close for McCutchinson's liking as well. John McCutchinson. He's got Thompson behind him. Thompson. Oh, Thompson. Yes, he's going through. That's a brilliant move. And McCutchinson didn't really leave the door open, but he was still susceptible to a move. And Here comes Libert now. And Blakehood and Higlin. That's a fearsome train of drivers. Two CQR cars battling as well. Christian Rose and Michael Hall. Hall's now through, so recovering some of those lost positions. His spin at the corkscrew. Libert going through on McCutchinson. That's for about 15th, I think. Too sure on that one. Excellent Grauer. Grauer's going through. Grauer down the inside. Oh, mashed. As Nash came through, he clashed with Nash and there was a bash and a crash.
And now there's a dash down the front straight.
Ah, perfect. See what James Nash can do. Oh, he's late, very late on the brakes. He smashed the brake pedal there and Nash is through. Godfrey's having a look as well. Terrific action out there, Alex. Brilliant stuff.
This is what Renault Racing's all about at the end of the day. So really, really close competitive racing. And again, BSR with the AM and the Pro Championships up for grabs. You get to race somebody, that's for sure. It's not just the quickest guys out there.
Samuel Lebert and David White. They're going at it here. Team Mad, David White and Libert. Oh, Libert's got a good position here. Oh, White nearly turned in. Nearly closed the door completely. Here comes Thompson.
Thompson's up on the hill at the corkscrew then. Round the outside he goes and should have the corner. Locks the brakes and he's through.
Blocking the brakes hard there. But making it, that's important for him. George Ratchis now right behind Christian Rose. That livery of Ratchis is very good.
Classic mild 7.
Oh, he's
just about holds onto that there car, bouncing around.
Was almost a nicely timed commentator's curse. We've not had one. Oh, off McCutchinson, I think it is.
Yeah, it
is.
is.
The wall. Don't know if he hit the wall very hard. I think he just nudged it, but a spin. And is he going to get the car backed up?
Looks like he didn't hit the wall, but he lost it on the curbs going through the final corner.
He's away again, but he's lost a lot of positions. He's down to 23rd. Behind Alan Mitchell. Lap 9 of 12 here in the BSR Formula Renault Series. Race 3 presented by ProSim and also by Leo Bodner. Very grateful for their support. And Andrew Woodhouse, Adam Bath, Alex Simpson with you as normal here for the BSR Formula Renault Series. Apex Racing TV, Jinx TV and iRacing Live.
And Lusenau's only half a second now behind Oscar Mangan in front, and he's behind. And Oscar Mangan's not too far away from Matthias Sponholz. I think we've lost Thompson again, and I think it might be a disqualification.
Could be right there. Let's have a look. On this lap.
Yeah, it is a disqualification.
Gone a bit wide.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
It's a limit gone.
Yeah. Well, I know how that feels. That happens often. And Oscar Mangan then trying to get the better of Matthias Sponholz. Mangan looking for the inside. Bit of poor connection there, and through goes Van Luzendorf. Merry Christmas to him. Oh, Alex, he's going to be tough. That it's 2 corners, and well, that was enough. Just one bad corner really for Mangan and Sponholz. And Mangan is going through now on Sponholz.
Yeah, Matthias seemed to let him go up the hill, and they didn't have quite a good run, but I don't think Oscar had enough to get clear by.
Well,
doesn't want to give away a 4th position. That's a good result for Sponholz there.
Possible Van Luzendorf can still win the race, you know.
1.4
1.4 seconds quicker than Davies on the last lap, Alex. He's got time. 2 laps. Needs to make a move quickly once he gets there, you would think, though.
Yeah, it's going to have to be very, very quick indeed.
1:19.7 for Davies that time, and 1:18.9 for Van Luzendorf. So about half the gap there.
Grau versus Denton as they come across the line to start the penultimate lap.
Grau's been in the action all the way through, and so has Denton.
Has a little look. Side's better off it.
Denton's front wing not looking in such fantastic shape. Might be helping him through the right-handers, who knows?
Right, with 2 laps to go, Nathan Davis 1.4 seconds ahead of Van Loozenord, was 8 tenths of a second slower on the last lap than Van Loozenord, and Van Loozenord had a battle to contend with, so we'll see what the lap time's like as they come across the line to start the final lap.
Yeah, he didn't lose a great deal of time, did he, Martin, when he went past those guys? A good battle between, David White's just gone through on, it was a lapped car actually, that, so scratch that.
We might have lost George Ratchis on this lap.
And that will probably be a disqualification if I can imagine, because I'm going off a few times. Oh, he lost the car coming out of the first corner, off track, off piste as it were, and out of the race.
Canadian down the order then. Fastest lap of the race for Martin Van Loozenord, 1:18.6, 9 tenths of a second behind, and he was 9 tenths of a second quicker than Nathan Davis on that last lap.
David's driving very well, Alex, but struggling a little bit to obviously live with the pace of Van Loozenord, but it's not an easy task, is it?
He's just, at the moment, he's just sort of doing what he needed to do out there with when he had Matthias behind him, but now obviously it's a totally different ball game.
Van Loozenord might literally have one opportunity, Alex. Maybe either the
final corner,
it's not going to be the corkscrew, or is it?
Oh,
Davis goes defensive. I don't think he needed to.
No, you're right. Defending fresh air, really.
A little bit, but this is the one. Van Loozenord now. It's going to be either the outside here, and then he's going to have the inside unless Davis pushes him wide. Davis defends beautifully the inside line. Van Loozenord to the outside. Can he get the cut back? Can Davis hammer the throttle out of there? It's going to be very close. Van Loozenord's going to run. He's on the inside. Who's going to take it here? It's going to be extremely close. I cannot call that whatsoever.
2 thousandths of a second, Martin Van Loozenord.
Van Loozenord has taken it by 2 1,000ths of a second on the very line. Astonishing finish. Brilliant racing by both. Fantastic defence by Davies, but in the end it was not enough. Alex Simpson, unbelievable.
Fantastic. I mean, great move, great defending. I thought, honestly, looking at that, I thought Davies had it just crazy.
I thought he nailed the final 2 corners, really, Adam. He did just enough. He pushed Van Loozenord just wide enough with 2 corners to go, and then defended hard on the inside. But he parked the car on the apex, didn't he? Fine, and then I wonder if it was just better traction by Van Loozenord that managed to get it.
Yeah, I must say that was definitely the case. He tried round the outside Van Loozenord, and with the penultimate corner, Nathan Davis was able to fend that one off, and he made sure that he covered the inside line for the final corner and the outside as well on the exit, and I thought that was going to be it, but Van Loozenord cutting to the inside through the final corner, getting that cut back on the exit, and it was just enough.
It just looked like Van Loozenord. They came out of the corner I'm just having a look at this, at pretty much exactly the same speed, and then Van Loozenord just seemed to get better drive out of the. I wonder if he was maybe running slightly less downforce, but. Yeah, it looked like Davies, didn't it? But I think Van Loozenord, just the way that the line goes, it was so close. Wonderful finish anyway. It doesn't really matter what it looked like. What matters really is what it says on the scoreboard. And that, Adam, reads Martin Van Loozenord taking the victory.
There you go, and it is his second win today. Won race 1 earlier on from pole position, and came through from 26th on the grid to get the win. And there you go, race winner Martin Van Loozenord. Second, Nathan Davis. Oh, heartbreaking for him. Oh, I don't know if I'd have the stomach to do race 4 after that. Oscar Mangan finishing in 3rd. Matthias Bonholtz 4th. 5th for David Baker. 6th our pole sister Tom Depker settled down in the end for him. James Nash finishing in 7th place. Good fight through the field from him at 15 positions. John Godfrey 8th. Prashali Jurgis also getting 19 positions during the race. And Kathleen Grau running up the top 10. Paul Denton started 4th, finished 11th. Pete Berryman finishing in 12th place with Samuel Lebert in 13th place after another pit lane start. Antoine Higelin finishing in 14th place after starting at the back. 20 positions gained for him. David White in 15th, 16th Ashley Blake Hood, 17th Michael Hall, 18th Christian Rose, 19th John McCutchinson, and 20th Daniel McCauley. 21st Alan Mitchell, 22nd Rene Osterkamp, 23rd Kip Stevens, 24th Matt Bunn, 25th for Stephen Baxter, and then the car's 1 lap down or more. Laura Bond 26th, so we get a full. It'll be her on pole position. George Vatchius 2 laps down. Josh Thompson 4 laps down. Pierre Miniere 7 laps down in 29th. Josh Honig 30th, 9 laps down. Tanguy Pedrozzoli 9 laps down in 31st. Stefan Hoog 32nd, 10 laps down. Chambaluk Bassi bumped back down to earth for him in 33rd, 10 laps down. Mark Pickford also 10 laps down. And then Ralph Cullinan 35th and Jack Keithley finishing in 36th, 12 laps down.
Yeah, what a finish, what an amazing race. Really didn't develop, Alex, until the last couple of laps when Van Loozenhoorn, the key for him was getting those 2 positions, wasn't it, on the one corner, and that's really what gave him the chance, because as you saw, he won by 0.02 of a second, so he could not have waited behind those 2.
No, not at all. Yeah, he needed to go through that. It was the only opportunity he was going to get. So, and yeah, I mean, fantastic driver. I think the only thing that Nathan could have done better was to move all the way over to the left, so he had the tighter line to the wall. That would have probably have saved him, but Martin just got his nose there quick enough,
Yep. Well, that's it. I mean, I think he tried, didn't he? Tried to block the inside, but yeah, there was already a car there, and you can't risk. I mean, the alternative, Adam, is he ends up with a face full of concrete wall.
Oh yeah, again, if Van Loozenhoorn's already at the inside, you can't really do anything after that unless you want both of you to crash, and then you definitely lost the race. Second place was probably all that Nathan Davis could get in the end, and so close. I thought it wasn't going to be enough. 9/10 of a second. Van Loozenhoorn was quicker than Davis starting the final lap, and within the blinking of an eye, he was right with him and had just enough 0.02 of a second at the end to get the win.
On the face of it, started second, finished second. Doesn't look like a bad race for Davis. It definitely wasn't, and. I mean, the circumstances.
We're pointing out the key thing about that as well. Losing that win, that's a win is vital to the showdown, isn't it? Get 2 or 3 wins over the season, and you're almost locked in.
Got the wild card positions, haven't you?
Yeah, exactly. The wild card, exactly. You think Martin's won enough races now. At this point, we could probably say Martin's guaranteed to be in the showdown as long as he turns up to the minimum participation because of the amount of wins he's got.
Yep.
So, it's vitally important for these drivers that, like there, he'll be gutted with that. Another 1 win for Davis, and that might well have seen him in that, the chance to get hold of the prize money.
Got the magic number, Adam, over the years. It's been 2 or 3 race victories, hasn't it, to get into the showdown? Yeah,
we saw the likes of Lee Thompson and other drivers, maybe even not even winning a race during the season, just making sure they got 2 or 3 or 5 or so podiums during the regular season, and then they found themselves in the showdown at the end, if not as a regular contender or as a showdown contender.
Right then, Alex, well, fortune was shining upon Martin Van Loozenhoorn there, but it definitely won't here because he's definitely not going to get on pole again, but who is the question. They've got to start next to each other, these two now.
Yeah, that's it. Let's see exactly where it's going to be for the final time tonight then.
22-29. What's the number going to be for the third spin of the week?
If we have a full, it will be Laura Bond.
23 it is. It's not going to hit 30. 23.
Kip Stevens, pole position for him, for ProSim. Rene Osterkamp is going to start second. Alan Mitchell, the privateer, in third. Daniel McCauley for Apex Racing Academy starting in fourth, and John McCutchinson, I think he was fifth earlier today for race 2. He's going to be fifth again for race 4.
Right, well, I'll tell you what, race 4, it's going to be hard push to beat that finish, but we'll definitely try and see what we can get. So join us back here on Apex Racing TV, iRacing Live and Jinx TV for race 4 of the iRacing MSA British Sim Racers Formula Renault Series. We'll see you in a bit.
Simulated racing can be awesome, but it can also be kind of a free-for-all. Interestingly, auto racing faced the same problem in its earlier days. Whether it was on the back roads, the beaches, or the city streets, the racing was fun. But there was always a certain level of chaos and danger, until some folks came along and put some order to all of this. Stuff like official racetracks, regulations about weight and equipment, and enforcement of standards. That's what gave us high-speed excitement, fast-paced action, and photo finishes. That's when racing became racing. The guys over at iRacing.com have made the same transformation in the world of sim racing. Sure, they've got the most accurate tracks and realistic cars out there, but that's just the start. See, iRacing analyzes the performance and results of each driver in every race, so you can be sure you're always placed in races where the competition will be tight, and that those reckless drivers who ruin it for us all are kept in the pits. Not to mention that with over 45,000 active members already in their vast community, you can find races day and night, so you can always get in on the action. You can even join a league of your favorite series, and since updates are always automatic, you don't have to worry about software and can focus on the track. Zip up your fire suit and check out iRacing.com.
On the outside, contact made. 56 slides it into 4. Who's going to be at the stripe? Dead even. Give it to Ryan Truex. Truex is your winner over Tandy.
iRacing.com is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all over the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics and engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. iRacing's web-based interface allows members to compare stats and test drive any combination of car and track instantly. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 60,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsport organizations like SRO Motorsports Group to deliver virtual races based on the real-life Blancpain GT series. iRacing's Blancpain Endurance Series features team racing, giving members the ability to build a team and participate in races ranging from 3 hours to 24 hours. Additional partners include NASCAR, IMSA, V8 Supercars, IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own 24 hours of Spa, Bathurst 1000, Daytona 500, and many more. iRacing.com, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car.
For the final time tonight, the BSR from the Renault Series returns to the Laguna Seca circuit in Monterey, California. Hello everybody, Andrew Woodhouse, Adam Bath and Alex Simpson with you. And Alex, I'll bring you in after that amazing finish in the last race. Well, this one's going to have to go some to top it.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic end to the race there, and yeah, looks like poor old Nathan's getting wound up in the chat now as well. So
and Adam, well, this grid looks pretty tasty out there.
Yeah, it does. Kip Stevens on the front of the grid to show us what he can do in a Formula Renault. Being a bit quiet this season. And Renault Osterkamp, who I think has won a race this season. I think he became the first Apex car not to win, possibly. Might be wrong, but yeah. Top 10 quickly. Stevens, Osterkamp, Mitchell, McCauley, McCutcheon, Rose, Hall, Blake Hood, Whiten, Higgelen.
Excellent. Libert 11th and Berryman in 12th as well. Very dangerous. See what they can do from there. So Kip Stevens, can he do on the pole position as the red lights are on? Green light is on. We're away here again, and Stevens already having to defend hard from Osterkamp because Osterkamp's got a really, really good run into the first corner. Cones go flying in the background. Somebody locking up. I think that was McCutcheon. Oh,
Stevens gone.
Stevens is off.
And it's collected a bit of Osterkamp, yeah.
Oh, and two cars are spun. That looks like David White.
and Lebert.
Was it Antoine Higglet? Oh, it was Samuel Libert, yeah.
The first
Very.
race where he doesn't have a pit lane start, and that happens.
No, it's going to be furious, I think. But didn't see the incident. Can't comment on it. Oh, it's all getting very tight in the middle. Bullock Bass is in there. And Davies. Van Loo's, is Van Loo's not in there? Van Loo's not already. Wow. Van Loo's not already up behind Sponholz. It's 20th place.
Well,
One,
it's,
two have just scampered away
yeah.
as well.
It's Macaulay and Rose then, CQR versus Apex Academy. And then it's Higgelen in third. Finally,
these two
he gets an opportunity.
These two need to get away from Antoine Higgelen.
And losing all
World
tonight, by the way.
Championship driver. Man who's had some top 10s, am I right, Alex, in the World Championship Series, Antoine
and
Higgelen?
I think some top 5s as well. Or as Macaulay just gets a little bit sideways coming off the final turn, it's going to probably open him up to a bit of attack from Rose.
Oh dear.
Oh, they're just all piling into each other. Nobody's actually bit the dust there, but
Driven through
Davis
it.
is 3 wide with is it McCutcheon and
Bra.
it's Grauer and then Davis is out of control. Oh,
Bullock Bassey.
Bullock Bassey and Rose had already crashed.
Baker as well.
Was it Rose or was it Bunn? Sorry, it was Bunn, wasn't it? Oh dear. All sorts of problems there. 2 separate incidents. I wonder if we can get that on the replay.
Yeah, just seen the first one. Back now, just watching
Bullock
the
Bassey
coming
and,
into Andretti.
oh, Bunn just hits him up the rear, doesn't he? Bullock Bassey. Oh, and Baker got spun off afterwards by
Yeah.
Pedrozzoli. No, not Pedrozzoli. Sorry, it was Lee Burgess. Was it Mangan? Sorry. Helmets, getting confused with the helmets.
Martin Van Loosenholt through into 6th place now. He's only 3.7
What?
seconds off the lead.
Already?
With 11 laps to go. Well, 10 laps. Well, yeah, 11 laps to
How
go.
has he managed that?
17 positions in 2 laps. Yeah, it's
Honestly,
quite
I have
remarkable.
no idea. He was 20th the last time I looked.
Seems like he's finally got the knack of these reverse grid races, it seems. Yeah, 3.5 seconds away from the leader with 10 laps to go. So we'll see what we can do.
All these Apex cars at the front, absolutely disgraceful. As Higgelen and Rose going to battle in turns 1 and 2. Oh, he's left the door open. Higgelen has no problem stepping through it with ease, assertiveness, and he goes through.
What can Berryman do then behind?
I mean,
Good run through turn 4.
yeah, Berryman, who was spun round at the start of race 3.
Also say that this final race today sponsored by Apex iRacing. There you go. As Chembol and Bassi, I think, has gone again along with Nathan Davies.
They crashed with each other, have they?
Looks like it could be a disqualification for both of those
Davies
two.
is disqualified.
Oh yeah, we've had a big one. We've had a big one, folks. Who started it? Jack Keithley, it looks like. No, it wasn't. It was Chembol at Bassi. Then Bolabasi then goes through and... Oh, dear. Oh, my words. How they all avoided it.
Oh, well, Keithley didn't.
Yeah. But everyone else did a sterling
Mangan
job.
that got, it was Libert that got hit on the side.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. It's all kicking off again in the battle for third and second, by the way, if we're looking at the replay on the screen.
McCauley's leading.
But not anymore. Well, not second place. Berryman v Rose, sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Oh! Berryman through! And here comes Higgelen up to up into third. And Van Loozenord past Sturgis.
Ah, there we go. See what Jurgis can do in response. He's right there with Van Loozenord. Take a look. The Greek driver versus the Dutchman.
Up to the kink and onto the Bobby Ray House straight. Van Loozenord's got a great run on Christian Rose. Apex Academy versus CQR Club. Around the outside, and this will become the inside for Van Loozenord. Up the inside. He's through and into fifth.
Good move there.
1.3 seconds off the lead.
Good work by Martin Van Loozenord. And Rose is now losing place to Jurgis. Jurgis is through.
We might have lost Ratchis on this lap.
Oh, again?
Oh yeah, the Canadian looks like he's gone.
Did somebody hit the Canadian, did they?
No, they didn't. Unfortunately, we can't say it. Looks like a connection issue, really. I don't think he's got disqualified. Macaulay for the lead. Berryman for the lead. Berryman through. And Macaulay down to second place. Van Loozenord surely will waste no time at all in trying to take second place away from his Apex colleague.
Macaulay's driving well out there. If he can keep it, second place. But we know how quick Berryman is.
The Apex Racing quintet at the moment. Top five, Berryman, Macaulay,
Oh, here comes Van
Higgelen.
Loozenord.
And he's through.
It's amazing, Alex, how it's just... A lot of these drivers we see, Ashley Sutton as well is one of them, and Savidovic and people like that, very, very late on the brakes into medium speed corners when it's not that easy to get a braking advantage.
Yeah, exactly. Just throwing, a lot of extra speed into the corner, and that's the confidence they have with the car. That the car's going to stick just using the extra downforce and relying that the car's not going to push out wide, and it's a talent.
Yep.
Macaulay's
off.
There goes Higgelen and Jurgis. Don't know if it's just this track, but Van Loozenord definitely looking very quick. He's been quick all season, but today he's just looked especially quick. And Berryman 17.2. That won't be credited as an official fastest lap because he must have picked up an off track at some point around the lap. But that is definitely quicker than Van Loozenord's official fastest lap of the race, which is a 17.8.
18 flat for Van Loozenord that time.
Mark Pickford and Sam Lebert having a little battle. Mark seems pretty close. I don't know if Sam's got some damage. Lap times don't look quite as strong as his teammates out there. Been right in that midfield all night long, hasn't he?
First time Lebert's really had a chance to trouble the top 10, trouble the top 15,
Of course, he had 3 pit lane starts for race 1, 2 and 3, and then race 4 he got turned around in the Andretti hairpin, so he's pretty much do all the work again this time. And 14th place, that is 3 positions lower than where he started.
We do apologise for that.
Hall.
Michael Hall.
Michael Hall's gone.
Oh, is it teammates?
CQR Club teammates.
Oh.
Actually, no, hang on. I might.
And they've collected.
2 separate incidents. 2 separate incidents, Alex. Christian Rose on the exit of the corkscrew. Michael Hall on the entry into the corkscrew.
Oh.
I think they slightly collected Ashley Blake Hood as well.
Oh dear. Well, there you go.
At least they didn't crash into each other.
Synchronised spinning.
Yep. Yeah, we do apologise for showing so much at the front of the race, but the back of the field is absolutely decimated by those crashes earlier on, so there really isn't a great deal of it left. John Godfrey then, with Matthias Sponholtz and James Nash. This is a good battle between Sponholtz, Privateer, Nash of Faker Sim Sport Europe, and John Godfrey, Apex Racing Academy. Oh, Nash having a look everywhere.
Yeah.
every which way, really being aggressive here. Oh, too aggressive. Lost the car there.
That's where
Nash.
Guys at the front just put in some impressive times.
Yeah.
Again, I think Martin's not valid, so 17.1
yeah.
and 17.4 for Pete, so they're flying around there right now. Of course,
Should we
they're
go
not
on-
on the same team, remember, guys.
We go
So
on
they
board
might
with-
be officially, but one's in the academy team, one's in the pro team, so,
Alex,
you know.
take us through a lap with Van Loozenhoorn then, since he's on such a great run.
Do that as he comes across start-finish line. Heads down towards the Andretti hairpin, using all of the track and more there on the way in, kissing the two apexes. Missed a little bit there, but still got on the power really, really early. Again, all of the curb, and Pete just has a little blink there, making us wonder what's going on there. Avoids the sausage curb on the right. Oh, just caught a little bit of there, runs just a little bit wide, but Pete again messy up front, so feeling a bit of pressure maybe into this fast left-hander. Loads and loads of camber there. You absolutely just throw the car in, it sticks, and you just plant your foot on the gas pedal. Fantastic corner. This little kink, very, very tricky. You hit the sausage curb on the inside, you can find yourself out in the gravel very, very easy, and then we're coming up to the blind, braking for the corkscrew. Throw it into the right.
Oh!
Around. There you go. There's the perfect
Disqualified.
time to catch him.
Oh,
Disqualified for Van Loozenhoorn. Dear me.
well, it's not how that on-board lap was supposed to go.
And Higlin's got a slowdown penalty as well. Just had to serve that, so that's Jurgis up to second place.
Second. What a lap for Pashalis Jurgis. He started off in fourth. Not really very interested in the podium, but by the end of it, second place.
Yeah, I'll take that.
So will
Yeah.
the rest of them as well. Higgle in third, Macaulay back up to fourth, where he started. And Godfrey's going to be fifth, actually, after that. So, yeah.
Honig 7/10 of a second behind Michael Hall.
What was that then?
Seems-
With too much of the gravel, Alex, was it?
Getting on it too early. I think just getting on
What's
the
the
gas
rear,
just
do
a
you
little
think?
bit too early there. You know, you could tell the guys were pushing. They were exchanging fastest laps, but none of them were valid. You know, they were absolutely on the absolute limit there, and clearly with the incident. So
Nash versus Sponholtz again.
yeah. Sprawn GP versus Faker Sim Sport Europe.
I love that Braun GP livery. Really brings back some excellent memories. Really good 2009 season.
8 years ago now. Blimey.
Ridiculous, isn't it? Here
Yeah.
comes James Nash. We were racing with James Nash about 6 or 7 years ago. The old Apex Racing League. How we started. See what Nash can do. We raced here in Super GTs, Alex, back in the day. Well, on ARL TV.
yeah, that's it. God, yeah, the Super GT. That was a good series. A lot of fun that was.
Can't remember. I think I finished second here as through goes Nash then on the inside. See what Sponholtz can do. What's he got up his sleeve? Nash is very late on the brakes, very confident.
Oh, back
On a bit
oh, no, maybe
wide,
not.
but he should have. There's enough room in that Andretti hairpin to take that line. Lots of different lines, Alex, through that first couple of corners.
Yeah, so many ways you can take that. The all important thing really is that you just get good speed coming off the corner. I think that's key.
Pedrozzoli coming under pressure from Hall and from, well, Honig's on the back of that. Honig is getting there.
Gonna
That
say
could
that-
be. Oh, here comes.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah,
comes-
around the outside. That's
Oh. Is there
Pedrozzoli,
a
isn't it?
slowdown penalty possibly for Pedrozzoli because he was so slow off that right-hander?
And it is easy to do
Left-hander.
if not there. Yeah. But yeah, Hall through into ninth place. Tell you what, this race, it's all been about the World Championship Grand Prix Series drivers. They're 1, 2, 3. Continental feel as well. We've got a Britain leading. We've got a
Oh, we've
Perkin
lost Matthew
second.
Bunn.
oh, disqualification surely for Matt Bunn. We've got a Greek in second and a French in a third.
Have a
Let's
look,
see what
Bunn.
happened to Bunt.
Oh, just a DQ. Oh! Nearly wiped out Laura Bond on his way out as well.
Oh, the rear wing was looking a disaster on oh yeah, Laura Bond. Ooh.
In me.
That
Laura's
was
had
a
a
wonder,
good race with
wasn't it?
11 positions.
Onto the final lap then goes Pete
Oh,
Berryman.
And Pedrozzoli down into turn 1. Jos having a look. Not quite enough room.
Not really gone that well for Honig since second place in race 2.
It's the penultimate lap. But yeah, Pedrozzoli still trying to hold off Honig. Faker Simsport Europe versus virtual drivers. And here he comes. Honig gets a good run on the exit of turn 4.
Yeah, he's through already, is he?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Baxter and
There's some
Denton
damage
both.
there is damage on Pedrozzoli's car, Adam, so I don't know if that's got anything to do with it.
Yeah, that front wing, the front right, looks a little bit worse for wear. Baxter and Denton have both been disqualified, I believe, on this lap.
Dear me. It's everybody taking liberties with the outside of the circuit, isn't it? With these dusty parts, Alex, the runoff areas.
Sorry, Pedrozzoli back around into the corkscrew.
Well, brilliant. Brilliant. See what Honig can do as a reversal, and here comes Libert. And Pickford's not far behind as well. Honig locks the wheels. He's going to go up the inside into the final corner. Oh.
What series was it where we were getting tons of disqualifications? Was that
Probably one of these ones. Yes, something
you,
BSR related.
Yeah, was it you and me, Alex, on Thursday night?
I think it was. Yeah, it was
Brands
at Brands Hatch, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, everyone got... I came into the thing and all I heard... Oh, he's lost it, Honig!
Oh,
he wipes out Pedrozzoli!
And that's him
Honig is gone!
Pedrozzoli's gone as well, disqualified. Honig might be able to carry on. Yeah, he has.
Well, he carries on, but with his head
Pedrozzoli will not be happy about that. He's not had much luck in this series, and to get wiped out on the last lap, well, that's not going to sit too well at all.
He will not be happy, but it is... I mean, it's protestable, but when someone just loses it, I mean... Can you protest that? Anyway, we'll find out. As Pete Berryman... Well, he won't be protesting anything because he smashed everyone today in this race 4. And Berryman wins at Laguna Seca. Van Loozenhoorn was closing.
Oh, battle.
He didn't make it to the end.
Nash v Sponholtz going into the penultimate corner.
Yeah,
and
Nash just got it done. Well. Yep.
Nothing Sponholtz could do in reply. And that's been coming for James Nash, and he's done a great job there to finally get his man with just 2 corners to go. Excellent work. Blake Hood comes home in 8th. He'll be happy with that, as will Michael Hall in 9th, and he's spun halfway through the race. Libert 10th, gained 2 positions on the final lap as Pedrozzoli and Honig were despairing and, well, driving themselves to despair, really. Pickford in 11th. Honig will finish the race in 12th.
Ralph Cullinan just disconnected within a few...
Oh, no, he's there.
No, he's still... He's back. Phew. Yeah, he's going to come across the line and take 15th place.
Good job he got to the line when he did, otherwise you never know what might happen. Alan Mitchell. Oh, he's just going to hang on here ahead of Baker. I don't know what's happened to... Oh, I think Baker was involved in the first lap, wasn't he? Got spun off, didn't he? Facing the wrong way. Mitchell takes 16th, which isn't bad in the end, really. McCutchinson covered to be 18th. Stefan Hoog 19th from 32nd on the grid. Oh, well. So the meeting ends, Alex, and great 4 races, really. The action was excellent.
Lot of great battles out there. A lot of great driving. Plenty of stuff for the stewards to look at once again. So, you know, I'm sure, you know, we want to see it just a little bit tidier, and that will make the series even greater, I think.
Stewards need to get paid a little bit more, Adam, I reckon.
Yeah, they've had to deal with quite a bit. Just looking at the penalties that we had going into this race meeting, there were a ton of them. Yeah, we'll see what they do after this race meeting. Of course, the drivers can see what penalties they've got going their way and how many points are on their BSR license, which is new for this season, on the BSR website. We don't plug that enough, really. BSRhub.com.
You'll find all the information there of all the leagues, of course. BSR TC when that starts back up as well. Winter Series in the MX5s, the official BSR MX5 Cup, and any other special events and things like that, and the Kia Cup. And soon to are we going to? I might as well say, Alex, we've got Porsche racing coming up in the BSR as well.
Yes, we have.
Possibly.
Yeah, I don't know how much it's officially announced yet, but
We might have.
yes, we have.
I'm just,
We're planning on that as well.
Well,
We're
we've
gonna get-
agreed to do it. Put it that way. That's all
yeah,
I
we're going
know.
to get sued now for an embargo that we've just broken. I don't know.
Fired again. Never mind.
But I'm not entirely sure when that's going to kick in. But the early plan is to have it on the Thursday night, so that we have potentially
race night.
Like a support race to the Pro Series.
Yeah, exactly. It's either going to be one Porsche race followed by the first race of the Kias, followed by a Porsche race and then 3 Kias. Yeah, or it's going to be 2 Porsches through 4 Kias. We're not sure yet. So it's still in planning, but
let's face it, it's not national secrets, is it?
No,
So
no.
not like Adam with the FBI coming to his door.
But
yeah.
but I'm sure the BSR guys know all about that. and when they
Not the
wanted to
FBI
announce
coming
it.
to their door.
Oh dear, we're so fired.
I'm sure they'll probably be playing the quote in the White House briefing tomorrow. Or whatever
There we
they
go.
do.
Matt's nicely confirming it's going to be 911 Kia 911 Kia. So,
There you go.
Yeah, that should be interesting. And the timings of everything's going to be interesting as well. You watch us getting in and out of race servers like go.
A proper BSR style race night going on there. Yeah.
Well, we'll see
We're
what
only
we can do with that, of course.
We're running through the finishing order then from the final race of the day. Pete Bowman wins, Pashali Gerges second, Antoine Higelin in third, 4th for Daniel McCauley, then John Godfrey 5th, 6th James Nash, 7th Matthias Sponholtz, 8th Ashley Blakehood, 9th Michael Hall and 10th Samuel Lebert. Cars that started inside the top 10 that finished there, we had 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 11th is Mark Pickford, 12th Jos Honig, 13th for Rene Osterkamp, 14th Laura Bond, 15th Ralph Cullinan, 16th for Alan Mitchell, David Baker 17th, 18th John McHutchinson, 19th Stefan Hook, the last car on the lead lap, so a big attrition rate in this 4th and final race of the day. Guy Petrozzoli, 1 lap down, got flipped over through no fault of his own really, and finished 20th 1 lap down, still score some points though. Kip Stevens, the pole sitter, finished 21st a lap down, didn't last very long, barely about 1,000 metres. Matt Bunn, 3 laps down in 22nd. Stephen Baxter, 3 laps down as well. Paul Denton, 3 laps down. Then David White in 25th, 4 laps down. Martin van Loozenholt, we were on board with him when he crashed. Couldn't have really timed his exit any better. Then Christian Rose, 27th, 7 laps down. George Ratchis, the Canadian, 28th, 9 laps down. And then, Oscar Mangan, 30th. 29th, 10 laps down along with Chembol at Bassi, Jack Keithley, Nathan Davies, Catalin Gra, all disqualified on that lap, and Tom Depker 12 laps down along with Josh Thompson, and Pierre Minier didn't take the start for the 4th race.
No, I'm not sure we've ever had a driver lose the car and crash and get disqualified while we've been on board with them, Alex.
No, I mean that's the absolute. I mean maybe crash. You know, we maybe have done that and they've had a little crash or something, but never to actually be disqualified. I mean, that's just like, you know, if we could commentate curse any better, I mean, that's like a home run there, isn't it? Knocked it out the park.
Good job Martin's in Holland, otherwise we might be having it tomorrow or something.
We have got a driver waiting for an interview, I believe.
Oh, do we? Oh, last time I looked, there was nobody. Who is it?
It's Josh Thompson. We'll see if we can go for a quick word.
See if he's there, first of all. To the commentary box then is Josh Thompson.
Yeah, I'm it.
And, there he is. And so,
Just heard me get moved. I was like, oh.
Except, well, you're obviously here because you had very little to do in that last race,
Yes, that is exactly why I'm here.
mate. Talk us through your evening then. I missed race 1, so talk us through that. And the middle races looked like they were pretty fun for you.
Race 1 was really good until I decided to make a silly mistake. Ran wide when I was in the dirty air of Pash. Understeered off the track, hit the bump, spun around. It's an easy mistake. Made it all the way through the testing as well till this weekend, or till this race. So managed to keep out the wall, carried on. Still managed to get 8th, so it wasn't too bad. We had a nice, massive gap back. But then after that, it went downhill. Race 2. Crashed with John Hutchinson in the first corner. He went to defend, outbraked himself, locked up, had nowhere to go. Hit into the back of him. Race 3, DQ'd due to having the front wing damage. Kept on the soon off the track. And then the final race started back again. think I was up at like 20th or something by the end of the first lap. Came to the last corner and Nathan Davies just out of nowhere rolled me and put me down the pit lane. Didn't get that on the camera, which is a bit of a shame.
So really, it sounds like a great evening's racing and well worth the money. I'll tell you what, let's shift focus to next week then. Adam, do you know where we are next week?
I can quickly tell you.
I've forgotten.
We are
I
at. There you go. Yes,
Where's
we
that?
are at Gilles Villeneuve, Montreal.
What do you think of Montreal? I love it. This lot know I love it. But what do you think of it?
To me, it's one of my favourite tracks. I've always been strong every time I've raced there, so it should be interesting. Hopefully get a better look.
It's going to be really good fun in this car as well. A bit tempting for me. I might have a little bash at that. Before you leave us, Josh, is there anybody you'd like to give a good shout out to and a thanks?
Thank you to everyone who runs the series, you guys for the great commentating as always, everyone at Apex, and especially my team, the Academy Boys, who did a great job having to put up with me moaning in the TS.
There you go. So Ian Buffs are plenty.
We just saw
team
your
thing.
exit from race 4 as well.
Not a good one.
I didn't see that. I'm off back to see that.
You're going to nail someone, nail them in style, I reckon. Couldn't have timed it better. It's like straight into the tyre wall, have it.
Look at that. Yeah, Josh, thanks for joining us, mate. First time
No
we've
worries,
had you
mate.
in the commentary box, and it's a pleasure. So we'll see you next time.
No worries. Cheers, guys. See you later.
Here's Ed. Josh Thompson there, Adam, and well, after hearing that sort of tale of woe somewhat, kind of regret asking him how his evening was, really. 'Cause it wasn't the best one, and I'm glad he's still in good spirits.
Yeah, like, I wonder if he ever had the feeling that he was completely wasting his time for the 4 races. But yeah, he'll be hoping that he can regroup and go for a better race beating. I'm sure it can get a lot. It can only get better, really. That's Montreal next week.
We definitely didn't waste our time. And Alex, a final word on tonight's action from yourself?
No, just, I enjoyed it. Some great racing all round. I can genuinely see an improvement throughout the field as well. So I think series is just going to get better and better as the drivers get to know one another.
All right then, awesome stuff. Thanks very much, Alex and Adam, for joining me tonight. And thanks to everybody for watching at home. We've been Andrew Woodhouse, Adam Bath, and Alex Simpson. And we'll join you on Thursday evening now for the BSR Winter Series, which continues in the MX-5s. And we've got a busy weekend of action as well. Many, many races to come. And we'll, I'm sure, give us a follow on Facebook. And like us on... the other way around. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. You'll get the full schedule for this week's and next week's action. Right, thanks very much, everybody. And we'll see you on Thursday night for the MX-5 racing. This has been the BSR Formula Renault Series here on iRacing. Thank you very much.